Have you ever had a big goal or dream that seemed scary or hard to reach? Maybe you want to start a new business, write a book, move to another country, or make your life better. To reach these dreams, you usually have to work hard and keep going. Tiny habits, on the other hand, are a strong way to help you make your dreams come true and move toward your goals, taking one small step at a time. Small, easy-to-do things that you can do every day can be called tiny habits. At first glance, they may not seem like much, but their effects over time are amazing. It creates a snowball effect and should yield huge rewards in the end. By breaking down your big dreams into small steps that you can take, you can build energy and make good things happen in your life over time. Dr. B.J. Fogg, a behavior scientist, spread the idea of tiny habits. Fogg says that the best way to make a new habit stick is to start small and make it easy. But if you can add a bit of fun to the process, you may just have a winning recipe. By making it easier to get started and taking away obstacles, you can increase your chances of success. This method works very well because it takes advantage of the power of consistency and the fact that people normally tend to resist big changes. To use the idea of tiny habits to make your dreams come true, start by figuring out the specific things you can do to get closer to your goal. Break up your big goal into smaller steps that are easier to handle. If you want to write a book, for example, you could start by writing for just 5 minutes every day. If you want to get healthy, you could start by getting up and moving for 10 minutes every day. Once you know what your small habits are, it's important to link them to other habits or events in your life. For instance, you could choose to write for 5 minutes right after breakfast or work out for 10 minutes before taking a shower. By tying your small habits to things you already do consistently, you give yourself a clear trigger or cue to take the desired action. Over time, this trigger will turn into a strong reminder of your new habit. Once it becomes an automatic action, you have won big time. Celebrating your wins is another important part of developing small habits. Recognize and celebrate every time you take your chosen action, no matter how small. This reinforces the neural pathways that are linked to your habit, making it more likely to stay with you. You can celebrate by telling yourself, "Well done," or giving yourself a small treat. Most people associate treats with food, usually some or other unhealthy snacks. It is probably best to avoid this kind of treat, as it may create another unhealthy and unwanted habit. As you keep up your small habits, you'll start to see a change for the better in how you think and act. The little things you do every day will add up and help you move toward your goal. More importantly, you'll gain the courage and self-control you need to take on more significant challenges because you will feel more confident. It's important to remember that changing small habits is not a quick way to make your dreams come true. It takes consistency, patience, and commitment over a long period of time. Some days you may face opposition or setbacks, but the important thing is to keep going. Don't beat yourself up if you miss a day, but do try to do the minimum of what you initially set out to do for the day, like doing the action for just 2 minutes. That way, you can still tick off the day on your calendar as a successful day. Try not to break the chain. If you couldn't manage it at all, just recommit and start over the next day. No harm done. By recognizing the power of small habits, you can move closer to your dreams and goals in a big way. Remember that big changes come from doing small things over and over again. So start today by figuring out what your small habits are and adding them to your daily life. You can make your dreams come true and build the life you want if you give them time, work consistently toward them, and believe in yourself. My dream is to one day move to a different country and buy a house there that I can fix up while I live there. I've already put together a written plan for how to pay for it, and now it's time to put the whole thing into action. From how much I need to save each month to how much I need to make each month and how I plan to do it, I need to get the ball rolling. The goal is to start a snowball effect as soon as possible, since I'm not getting any younger. Every minute counts. From what I've figured out, I'll need at least 2,500 euros to stay alive. Surviving, on the other hand, is not in my plans. I want to make the most of my time in Europe and travel more. For that, I'll need more. So, starting today, I'm putting my tiny habits into action to make my dream come true. It is so long overdue, it is not even funny. Let's get going then. If you want to follow my journey from a broke retiree to living my dream through tiny habits, then subscribe, like, and share so you won't miss a thing.